I ran away that night and left my phone at home so my parents couldn't find me. I wasn't good enough, and I had zero confidence. That night was probably the lowest point in my life. But that next summer, I met a guy by the name of Colby Brock. I was at band camp on a water break, sitting on the curbside alone. Colby was about 10 feet away from me on the same curb, and we were both looking at this girl named Mary. He asked me if I liked her, and I said yes, but I could never talk to her, still feeling bad about the past 2 girls I liked. He told me he liked her too, and that he used to go to the mall with his friend to try to talk to girls like her. I said that sounded like fun and that we should go do that so that we could build up the confidence to talk to Mary. And that was the beginning of a friendship that flipped my entire life around. That starts sophomore year of high school, the year everything changed. Colby and I went to the mall every single week to work on confidence and putting ourselves outside of our comfort zone. Within the next few weeks, I was able to start conversations with people I didn't know, and I'd made a few new friends. I also joined the cross-country team as well as the swim team that year. Because of those extra sports and the harder classes, that was the busiest I'd ever been in my entire life. Swim practice started at 5:30 a.m. and ended after school at 6:30 p.m. So between that and homework, and then working on my personal skills on the weekends, I had approximately zero life. And as any high school kid does, I needed some money. So that next spring, my dad offered me the money to do certain labor jobs with him. My dad and I would go do landscaping work and fix up the house together and talk about everything I had learned. This was probably the first time I had serious bonding time with my father one-on-one, so I will forever remember these days. And at that point, my dad also gave me a book called How to Win Friends and Influence People. This was a game changer. So we would work while talking about the book and about my life with girls. Soon after, and because my people skills were getting better, I met a girl. This story gets a little more personal, so I'm going to call this girl Julia. Julia became my first girlfriend that I could actually talk to. She was super sarcastic and funny, but she wasn't all that happy with her life. And I hung out with her about as much as I hung out with Colby, which is saying a lot. And she became the first girl I fell in love with. We would talk late at night about our problems and solve our troubles together. We spent a year together, and that was for once the happiest year of my life. At the end of the year, we broke up. It wasn't a bad breakup, we just had different interests. But Julia wrote me a letter. This letter, again, changed my life, and is probably the most important thing I've ever read. A part of it said something like this: Dear Sam, ever since I was a kid, I wanted to end my life early. I have not been happy, and I've never wanted to live past 17 years old. I've been planning this for years, and I had every intention of ending my life on my 17th birthday. Until I met you, Sam. I have never met anyone who has helped me love myself the way you did. You spent my 17th birthday with me, and when the time came that I was going to take my life, I thought of you. You saved my life, Sam. You made me want to live forever. And I will always love you for that.